Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk with the Saw, right here on Superlative Radio. Today we're going to talk about the third episode of Loki, and there's a couple of things I want to mention about things that could be coming with Loki. I've heard that we might see Gamora make an appearance, that the TVA may be after her, so that could be coming up in the next 3 episodes, because we're halfway through, so...
Goes fast, eh?
It does go way too fast.
Yeah, I agree.
Lots of things could be happening. It's really hard to say. I don't know how they're going to get out of the current predicament they're in.
That's going to be a tricky one.
Because they're on a moon that's about to explode or whatever.
That's a tricky one. That was something.
I really don't know how they're going to get out of it there, but...
I love the way they made it look like it gets closer and closer, the way that was so cool.
Yeah.
Love CGI. Really makes a...
They can do a lot, man. It's really interesting to see where they're at. And I mean, you can really see how this is going to start to tie into what's coming. I mean, you could see the start of it with WandaVision, and you can really see the expansion of it with Loki. And I think come Spider-Man, which is next, we're really going to see some stuff, which means by the time Doctor Strange rolls around, we're really going to understand why it's called the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, it's...
Because there's really going to be a lot of
verses, yeah.
Yeah. For them to do. So it'll be really interesting to see how they do it and what they're going to do. Again, I really like the length of the episodes. I like how they're not
too short.
Yeah. Although it did catch me. I didn't think it was going to end right when it ended. I thought it was going to be a little longer. Like actually, I was still watching. And I was like, oh, and then it ended. And I'm like,
I had the same issue.
We're rating. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, it's over already? Like what? Yeah, exactly. It's true. You get right into it, and then it's
big
like
cliffhanger. Yep. So I'm really enjoying the show. Of course, it's always great to see Tom Hiddleston as Loki. It really is. I'm beginning to think that maybe this other Loki, though, Sylvie, as she likes to be called, I'm really beginning to wonder if she's actually a Loki.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder if she's not an imposter. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know because...
Something doesn't add up to you?
Well, yeah, and I can't see, as an example, I can't see Loki in any multiverse, in any universe, being less egotistical than he is, right? Whether he be male or female. Egotistical is one of his things that's been known throughout the comics, right? So for her to just drop the name Loki and start calling herself something else seems like a very
contradiction in terms.
A contradiction in ego, because he's so egotistical, and every version of him I would think would be there would be like. I get that they want to try to portray the idea that there's different versions of characters and stuff like that, but there's going to be...
none of them is he dancing, right?
Well, yeah. Like exactly. Like in none of them is he a clown made of candy.
That's right.
But it's that there's one thing that should be consistent with every character. Like as an example, say it was Captain America, right? From other...
Sorry, got dog hair here. Go ahead.
Other, multiverse... play other universes or whatever, right? Then even if they were to do, say, the Captain America who was part of Hydra, right? There would still, in my opinion, be some consistencies with him that there would be compared to the regular Captain America. Wouldn't matter, like it would be loyalty or whatever. Like there's always something that would be there, right? Because there is one universe where Captain America did join Hydra, so he would be loyal to Hydra as opposed to being loyal to,
So the consistency there would be loyalty.
Right? Because that's one of his things.
Right, okay.
Right? It's like Tony Stark. One of his qualities is his ego. Again, like it's his narcissism. Like that would be there in every reality. Like,
but would it?
Yeah, because that's the idea. Is there's got to be like
a
good example is look
the nucleus of who you are stays the way that you are. Is that sort of what you're saying?
No, not really. There's one quality that, like as an example, you'll see it in Spider-Man because they're doing the Spider-Verse, right? So we're going to see Tobey Maguire, we're going to see Andrew Garfield, and we're going to see Tom Holland. So what we're going to see is we're going to see Spider-Man, and if you look at every version they've done of Spider-Man, right? in the movies, Spider-Man has very similar qualities in every version of him. Well, that would be the case throughout the multiverse, right? So, like, one of things with, like, Loki's a trickster. And that would be the same no matter what, because he's the god of mischief. So across the board, in every reality, he's the god of mischief, or she's the god of mischief. And in order to be that, there has to be some level of ego because you're tricking other people.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And in order
far.
to trick other people, and in order to be someone who tricks other people, you basically look at the world as you're smarter or you're more intelligent than they are. That's why you can fool everybody. So there's an ego thing there. And she's not displaying that. So it doesn't, that's why I'm saying maybe she could be an imposter. I get that they're trying to portray the female version of Loki, which has been, around in the comics, but even that one is more like Loki in the comics than this one is. So I'm just wondering if it's,
okay.
I don't know.
So we'll have to watch and see. But
maybe it is, and they're throwing us way off with it. I don't know, but it's one of those things that I think,
All right. Well, we'll just have to see.
Because, like, as an example, a good example of it is watch when we start to watch What If later this summer when it starts, right? You're going to see consistencies with those characters in their personalities, regardless of what version of reality they're in.
All right.
So that's what I'm getting at, is that there's always going to be one thing or something that connects
some consistency of something. All right.
All
right. We'll have to watch. So, there you go, guys. Check it out. Interesting concept.
Yeah, it's just something that I'm thinking. It's the same as, like, in real life. I believe if there's the multiverse is a real thing, then at some point in every reality, we're similar to the self we are right here. There has to be some similarity, because essentially all another universe of you is a copy. It's just another thing. You might do different things, and you might, go off on different things and make different choices, but essentially you're basically the same person across each reality, right? That's, okay. I guess in a sense what you said, your core of who you are would be consistent. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. All right.
Whether you're male, female, a duck, a dog, whatever the frig, like,
yeah. Okay. All right.
So I guess that'll be interesting to see. I thought it was interesting how she, Sylvie, I should say when I say she mentioned about how the TVA, none of those people were created by the timekeepers. They were all deviants.
That's right. At one point.
They were all a deviant.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's actually a truth, or if she's saying that to trick Loki. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out too, because in the comics, I don't know if they are deviations. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I've read anything with the TVA in the comics. So,
all right. Again, we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So, yeah, I mean, like, I guess a good example of the concept I'm trying to explain with Loki is, he disguises himself as other people. And I would get that he would do that in any reality. It would just be something he would do because he's a trickster. So it'll be interesting to see, because even though this is a deviation, which technically they're saying this other variant is a deviation as well. Right? Then at some point they must have all been part of what's called the sacred timeline that they're doing. Right? So that's so how did that Loki come to be if there's only one timeline, if there's only one universe, if that's all there is, right? Where did a female Loki come from the past? I don't know. It's just, that's why I'm wondering if she's maybe a...
Good question, but
who knows?
Again, we'll have to wait.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have to wait and see. So overall, what did you think of the episode?
Loved it, as usual. I'm just right into it. I'm enjoying every...
How about Denise?
Same thing. She's enjoying it, yep. She's definitely into it as well.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm
very much so.
I'm impressed with the show. I haven't been disappointed yet with their stuff. I think when you look back at the MCU since it started with Iron Man, I think the biggest disappointment in all of the movies and all of the things they've done, I think the biggest disappointment that I've seen is the fact that they decided to not really, but sort of make the Netflix shows not really canon, but canon, and the same with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter. Like, they haven't... It's like they branched off from the main Marvel universe, but they didn't keep them... I think that's one of the things that kind of has been a disappointment to me. I think it would have been nice to make those things, follow the main storyline, I guess, as it were. Charlie Cox is coming back as Daredevil, which I think is going to be freaking phenomenal. He's going to be in Spider-Man. He's going to be in She-Hulk. And he's going to be in Hawkeye, apparently.
Wow.
And he's going to be in another show based on a character that he's going to have a relationship with, I guess. So there's going to be a lot of him, which I think is really cool. I hope that with the other Netflix characters, they bring them back too, because it's the same thing with like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. characters. I think they should bring them back too. They really should try to fold all these characters into. And I guess now with the multiverse thing, they can say, well, it actually is canon because it's just a variant universe or whatever.
That's right. It's a different...
So, but I guess that's the only thing that's disappointed me. If we want to talk just straight canon, like through the movies and the official TV shows, then I think the biggest disappointment has been Thor: The Dark World. I think that's probably the biggest disappointment of them all, because it's probably the weakest movie of them all. And even that one I like. So... I don't know.
How weak is if it was still likable? I mean, it's not really that weak after all, but...
Well, when you compare it to the others, I guess.
Well, still. I mean, it's still, it's still likable. So,
a lot of people like to say that Iron Man 2 wasn't great or whatever. I love Iron Man 2. I like a lot. I mean, Iron Man 2, they introduced Black Widow. I mean, frig, how bad can it be? They introduced War Machine. How bad can it be, right? Anyway. It'll be interesting to see how things progress, but Loki was just phenomenal. I mean, like you, I was really impressed with the CGI and the moon and seeing things crashing down.
Yeah, it was really
bits of the moon and stuff. I thought that was really cool. I like when Sylvie walked up to that woman and she got blasted, and then he's like. He changes into her husband or whatever. He gets blasted.
That's it. It was funny, yeah.
He's never been that sweet to me. It was like, damn.
Yeah, nice try.
Yeah. That was pretty funny. It really does have its moments where it's just, it's super funny. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how anybody cannot like it. I mean, I can see with it where they might be like, well, it's not what I thought it was going to be, or it's not perfect, but I don't see how if you're a Marvel fan you can't not like it.
No, of course
not. But that's just me. Yeah, so overall I'm happy with how they're doing things and how things have been going. I think the show has been entertaining.
I think this whole thing has been, all the way from WandaVision through, has just been getting better and better, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are really, really... critical of stuff online. And because, I mean, nothing is going to be perfect. And nothing is going to be
Except
the way...
for us, of course.
Yeah. And nothing is going to be the way everybody wants it.
No, of course not.
And they can't please everybody. Right?
Never can.
So, I mean, there's nothing that's going to come out where they're going to 100... I mean, there's only so many moments like Captain America wielding Mjolnir that is going to please everybody. I mean, those things are like 1 in a million. It's not to put too much of a spin on it, but it's like being struck by lightning.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's nice tie-in there. Yeah. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good.
But it's, realistically, not everything is going to please everybody.
No.
But it doesn't mean that they're that you should get on there and be like, oh, it's crappy or it's this or it's that. Marvel doesn't make bad stuff. They haven't since Iron Man. They haven't made anything that's bad. Nothing is bad. It's not. This isn't DC we're talking about, where we get Justice League, which is complete garbage, or Batman versus Superman, or the Man of Steel, or whatever. Okay, we're not getting that kind of level garbage. We're getting decent things that are good. Even the worst of the bunch is still better than the best thing to come out of DC. Like, that's the sad part. Anyway, you know, like, even the worst of the Marvel things are better than the best of the DC things, it seems. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and I'm not doing that because I'm a Marvel fan over a DC fan. I like DC too, and I've said it many, many times. What my problem with DC is the quality stinks. They just don't put the effort into it that Marvel does, and when they do, it comes out mediocre because they're still. It's like they don't understand how to write their own characters. And I've said it many times. If they could get the animated people that do the animated movies and shows from DC to do their live action stuff and write those, then they would be way better. They'd be able to compete with Marvel head to head, bang on. Yeah. There wouldn't be a problem, you know? But to say, like, is there people that are complaining about Loki already? And it's like, really? Like, come on. Like, you know, it's a decent show, you know?
I think it's great.
It could be better, sure. It could be a lot worse. And a lot of them could be a lot worse. WandaVision was good. It wasn't terrible.
No, not at all.
You know,
quite enjoyable.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier was good. It wasn't terrible either. Like, you have to understand these things are, you know, they are what they are. And I mean,
I don't know why people are so critical, but
I don't either. I don't get it, man. Like, it just boggles my mind. And you know, I'm enjoying where the show's going. I like the spin they're putting on it.
Yes, it's great.
Because they're trying to do something different. And if you look at things so far with Marvel, they've been very linear with what they're doing, right? One event follows the next event, which follows the next event, which follows the next event, which follows the next event, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right?
Ad infinitum. Yeah.
You watch Iron Man 1, it leads into Hulk, and Iron Man 2, it leads into, you know, Avengers, it leads into this, it leads into, like, it's always boom, 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 right? And then even when they do a movie that's not like Captain America or Captain Marvel or Captain America, as an example, the first Captain America, they put those back before the others, it still fits in the time. Like, whereas with Loki, what they're doing, and with WandaVision, what they're doing is they're showing us ways things could be different or could have, you know, and that is kind of cool because it's opening up the idea of the multiverse. It's allowing them to go, okay, all the Fox properties that we got, all those X-Men movies, all those other Fantastic Four movies, all that stuff can all be considered canon now because they can say, well, it was an alternate reality. It was another universe. It was another this, another that. So in some ways, they can make all of it canon in their own way. And to me, I think that's pretty cool. I may not be a huge fan of those movies, but at least it gives
brings it into the fold.
It gives those people who are something to go, wow, that's cool. Now they're part of it, just in a different offshoot or a different Earth. And I think that's kind of neat. You know, I mean, DC's been doing it with their Arrowverse stuff, where they've done those crossovers, and they actually did Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think, or something. So I mean, they've done it there too. Like, there's so much to be said for doing multiverse stuff that it allows for so much more creativity, and it allows the creators to branch out and go.
And there's nothing wrong with creativity.
No, what if it was different this way? And that's the whole concept behind What If when it comes out. So I'm looking forward to that too, because of that. It gives these other perspectives, and Loki is showing us how this is all really starting. And that's what I like about it. It's giving us that in to all of these different. So
exactly.
If you don't like the show, then try to think about why you're not liking it, because it's giving us this in that is leading into
the door.
Literally, it's leading into the multiverse of madness. It really is. It's leading into the whole fact of all these multiverse theories.
Yeah.
And that is what's making it really cool. So
you're walking through a whole new door here.
Yeah, you've just got to open your mind a little bit to what Marvel's trying to do here, and
you'll enjoy it.
You'll enjoy it, I think. You know,
definitely.
Because I am just immensely pleased with the show. So, I mean, their whole idea to do the train heist thing. I mean, everything that they've done just seems to be, you know, really cool in this little show. And I mean, we've only got 3 episodes left, so. I mean, halfway through, and then, you know, I think even before it's over, we're going to, let's see, because there's this week coming, and then 1 week after I think literally when it's done, The week that it, no, it's not the week that it finished. The week after, the fifth episode comes out is the week of Black Widow.
Right. That's
so
right.
you know we're gonna see Black Widow, and I'm really looking forward to that.
I saw a trailer for it. It looks really good.
Oh, I've been just itching to see that for months.
She was on Jimmy Fallon the other night, and they showed a trailer. It looks really good.
It does look good. So we will be talking about that on an episode of this as well. We'll do a whole episode just to that movie. You know, and then after Loki's over, I think the next thing that's coming is What If, I think. So, you know, and then...
We got a lot to get to.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Just keep watching, man. There's so many really good things that they've got coming. And the best part about What If is all the actors that have been portraying these characters in live action are going to be doing... They've all done their voiceovers for those episodes.
Yep.
Like even Chadwick Boseman, who died, you know, his lines were all recorded before he died. So that's really cool.
So it's good. It'll be original.
You know, it'll be neat to hear him doing Black Panther, even though he's dead. So, yeah. And I think that, you know, if people just give Loki the opportunity, that's what it's doing. Loki is opening us up a door to see all of this stuff for multiverse stuff. And I think that's really cool. And it really rang true with the end of the second episode when she dropped all those time things and it just, you could see the branches.
Yeah, you could see it all. Yeah, exactly.
That was just where it really is starting. And I think that's really cool. And I think they've done a great job of it. Is it perfect? No. But what is, you know? Anyway, besides dogs are perfect.
That's right. They're always perfect.
Right?
Right,
dogs,
Ike?
Dogs are perfect.
Right, Ike?
Anyway.
Right.
That said, you know, I don't have anything else to say about the show. How about you?
No, you covered it all. I was just throwing my little 2 cents in as you were going because you were nailing what I was thinking.
There we go. So that, you know, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Check out our other stuff. Of course, we've got our superlative vlogs. We've got
check out our merch.
We've got our superlative vlogs. We've got, of course, our Let's Talk. You can still watch our All in the Pen stuff. We do have some episodes of that are going to be coming.
Yep.
You know, we've got our new radio show, The Country Gold Mine, that you can listen to. And don't forget about
wherever
our merch.
you're listening, it might be on your local radio station.
That's
too.
true, could be.
So you know,
don't forget to check out our website. You can pick up some really cool merch there. We've got new things coming in
all the time
to it. So I'm constantly adding stuff. And check it out. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to comment below about what you thought of Loki. And we will see you guys next week for another episode right here.
Stay healthy.